Hello, hello, welcome in, welcome back, welcome to my channel. I am Lisa and this is North Star Energy Healing. Today we are going to be doing mid to end of December for the sign of Pisces. Please do remember this is a collective reading, not a one-to-one, so take what resonates and leave the rest. We do have a new wolf moon in Sagittarius on the 19th. So you could be feeling around the 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, like a 5-day stretch. You could be feeling a lot of adventurous type feelings, expansion type feelings. You want to be around people. That's a good time to have it, right? Because a lot of people are having holiday get-togethers. You could just feel I see and feel like socializing and just loving every minute of it and having such a wonderful time with gatherings. And I see fireplaces and good cheer and hot cider, and just it feels very warm and wonderful. Sagittarius are very talkative, so it makes sense if you would feel that way during that time of the new moon in Saggy. Okay, so we are going to, the last time for the beginning of December, I did the coffee cup. This time we're going to do the trinkets. There are words and things and all kinds of goodies in here. So we're going to see what messages Spirit has. Oh, Frankie the kitten that we rescued is here to help, I guess. He's never really come in here that much when I've been doing readings, but today, for some reason, he's just been walking back and forth across here. I thought that he was going to settle down. I gave him a pillow on a chair to lie on, but he seems more interested in what I'm doing. He has his first vet appointment later on today, so he may be feeling the vibes and nervousness of that. I've been trying to tell him, over the past few days, you're going to be going to the vet. It's okay. We need to make sure you're healthy. We also want to make sure that you're actually a boy, which I'm pretty sure he is. Thank you for your help, Frankie Kitty. Thank you. Are you saying hi to the beautiful Pisces out there? Don't knock things over. Oh my gosh, he's obsessed with these pussy willows. Lay on your pillow. I have these pussy willow. I love pussy willows. I guess cats do too. I think there's some sort of story about cats and pussy willows and baby kittens turning into pussy willows. Here he comes again. And, kittens are so curious. Wow. Okay, Spirit has quite a lot to say. All right, something fell on the floor, so I'll have to get that. Oh, a cat came out. That's so funny. Frankie's energy. Oh, Frankie, no, kitty, please. Come on. Let me get through this. I made him 2 places where he could lie down comfortably, and he doesn't want either one of them. He wants to be right in the mix. All right, let me see what fell on the floor. There he goes after the pussy willows again. Oh, it's way under the desk. Okay, let me pause this for a second. Okay. Oh, 333 on the camera clock. That could be significant. All right. So I'm sorry. I forgot what I was saying. So for this reading, we're using the trinkets, the Magical Times Empowerment cards, as well as the main Oracle deck. All right. I'm going to pull the tarot live with you right here. So we will do that as well. All right, let's see what you have for trinkets. So the first one out is butterfly. Butterflies are transformation. They can also harken back to childhood. Childhood feelings of nostalgia, remembering innocent times, more playful times, more fun times. And then you have a beautiful angel. Wonderful to get this because this is literally a message that angels are watching over you, right? I love this for you. Beautiful, beautiful message there. Sometimes the trinkets are more where the coffee cup has messages, kind of deeper messages. The trinkets a lot of times are that your ancestors and guides, see what you're doing. They're there. They see what you like, what you love. Now, this is a little girl wearing a kerchief. This could also be, now, for some of you, Not all of you. For some of you, this right here, the butterfly, the angel, and the little girl, some of you have a little girl in spirit that has crossed over, and this is her message to you. She's telling you, excuse me, that she is still there, that she see, maybe you released butterflies or she loved butterflies, but this is what I'm feeling for these three together, is that somebody has a little girl in spirit. It could also be the birth of a new child. I see they're showing me like a little girl kind of bouncing up and down. It looks like she might have curly hair. So this could be the foretelling of this beautiful little baby girl that's coming, right? Next, you have love. This is a heart with an arrow through it. So sometimes what this can mean is Cupid's arrow, right? Some love, some new love is coming in, a new love interest is coming in. It could also mean the heightening of your relationship, really feeling that true love, right? It could be that. Then you have the peace sign. Why did they have it? Isn't it like that? That's so funny because they have it the opposite way on here. Is that a message, Spirit? Is that a message that the peace sign has the top of it like that? What I'm feeling is that some of you may not be inclined to keep the peace because there is some sort of animosity between you and another person, and at this time of year you don't feel like you want to keep the peace. I know sometimes I have two sisters, and one is very easy to get along with, the other not so much. And sometimes when we would go to family gatherings, it would be like difficult for me to keep the peace with that person, but I did it for my mother's sake, right? Some of you could have that kind of thing where you know that you're going to have to be in the same room at the same meal, at the same place as this other person. But that's not the time to not keep the peace, right? That's the time that we just want to do our best, without compromising. I mean, if somebody verbally attacks you or does something, you may want to do something about it, but I'm just getting this feeling like just get through it, right? Just get through it. Take the high road. Okay. Wow. Then you have this 4-leaf clover, luck of the Irish, right? Luck of the Irish right there with a 4-leaf clover. Some good luck may be happening with you this last couple weeks. And I also noticed that you got number 11, big luck, as your main oracle. And we will look at that at the end of the tarot. And then you have the cat. You think Frankie the cat made this come out? Oh boy. Some of you may have a kitty cat in spirit, and they're just letting you know that they're there and they can see you. They're still around you. I have a couple of cats in spirit, and I do sometimes feel one particular cat, her name was Isis. I do sometimes feel her walking around on the bed. It's so funny. And heartwarming that she's still around me. Warrior. Okay, so warrior, I'm getting the feeling, peace warrior. I'm getting the feeling like that goes along with you trying not to let some incident upset things. Hope, believe. Yeah, you have to believe. We have to believe in something. If you don't have hope and belief, then that leads you down the road of depression, and nobody wants that, right? Especially at the holidays. And sometimes, there are times when people do feel that because someone isn't there anymore or they're alone. If you know somebody like that, bring some good cheer to them, okay? And then you have beautiful. That would be a beautiful thing to do, right? You are beautiful. We are all beautiful. We are all different. We are all unique in our own way. And then you have namaste. I just got that for the previous sign. That's funny. The light in me sees the light in you is namaste. The light in me sees the light in you. And more of us need to keep that kind of an attitude when we're up against having to be with people that we don't necessarily get along with, right? The light in me sees the light in you. Everybody has the spark of God light, the spark of source light inside of them. And sometimes we forget that. And we need to remember it. We need to remember that everybody has the spark of God light and the spark of source inside of them. We are all a collective. We are all connected. Thank you, Spirit, for those messages. Thank you. All right, now using the Yuletide Tarot. This is a new deck that I purchased. It's kind of wintry and Christmassy. All right, so I wanted to have that kind of a deck for this reading for mid to end of December. Okay, beautiful Pisces. All right, Spirit, what do we have for the tarot portion for my beautiful Pisceans watching now? What do we have for the tarot portion for my beautiful Pisces? What is the message adding on to the trinkets that we got for them? If some of you do have that little girl in spirit, she really wants you to know that she wants you to feel happiness, not going through life in a gray, cloudy way. She doesn't want that for you. She wants you to celebrate the time that she was here. And she wants you to know that she's still with you, right? She wants you to know that she's still with you. Thank you, Spirit, for that beautiful message. Yeah. When people cross over, they're not gone because our souls live forever. Our souls live forever. The essence of who we are lives forever. And every life we live builds and builds on that soul, that wisdom, that love, right? And we get much, much wiser in our souls the more times that we've come to Earth School. Okay. Cards are taking their time. Luckily, the kitty has decided to lie down on the pillow, on the chair. So hopefully we can get through this reading. Not that I don't like that beautiful, loving kitty being around. It just makes it a little bit harder to do this. Wow. Okay, there's one. 10 of Candles. Okay, here we go. 10 of Candles is the 10 of Wands. Page of Good Cheer is the Page of Cups. That came out for the last sign we did. Oh my. 7 of Candles is the 7 of Wands, defending your position. Oh boy. 2 of Gifts is the 2 of Pentacles, balance and choice. Strength, the Leo card. Beautiful. Strength. Okay. And the Knight of Good Cheer. All right, let's take these in the order in which they came and see what the message is. Okay, 10 of Candles is the 10 of Wands. The 10 of Wands, 10s are completing a cycle and starting a brand new cycle. You've put a lot of hard work, passion into something that you've done. And if you remember, the 10 of Wands is typically somebody with like a pack on his back, and he's felt bogged down and weighed down by things. It looks like she's figuring out and balancing her bills. But I don't know why in this card they want to depict her with the, worried face, because you have gotten it done. You have gotten it done. Possibly she's just saying, wow, phew, I did it. So I also want you to notice that there are 2 5s. There's a 5 on either side of her. When you're between something, that indicates a choice, right? 5s are change. So she is right smack dab in the middle of 2 5s here. So 10 is completion, and it pairs down to a 1, which is starting a brand new cycle. But she has a choice to make of how she's going to do this going forward. Did you overspend in 2025 and it caused you some headaches and worries? You need to change that, right? You need to choose going forward. Oh, Frankie kind of messed this up a little bit, so I didn't have room to put the card. Okay, so remember that. And then you have the Page of Good Cheer, or the Page of Cups. So pages are novices. They kind of serve the knights. They bring messages. And this person is out in the kitchen at this presumably, get together. She's pouring herself a cup of punch and thinking about, okay, what am I going to do when I get into the room? What am I going to talk about? Who am I going to see? Who am I going to gather with? And you sometimes pages have a little bit of trepidation about what they're doing. They're not completely sure of it. This also came out for the previous sign, and it was about just being yourself when you're going into these gatherings and not getting too worried about how it's going to go. Just going with the flow. And, cups are about water and flow and good energy. Then you have the Seven of Candles. This is the Seven of Wands. You see how he has 6 candles in front of him and he's standing there with that one big candle. This can be defending your actions. Sevens are reflection. So he could be thinking back about what were my choices and what did I do? Similar to the 10 of Candles or the 10 of Wands that we already had. So you're going to have to do some deep thinking about the choices you made in 2025 and if there are any changes that you may need to make going forward in 2026. The 7 of Wands can also be kind of defending your position. Somebody could be very critical about the choices you made in 2025 and you are having to defend yourself and say, well, I did it this way because of this or that. And that's okay to give an explanation, especially if it's your partner. Maybe they wonder about your investments or didn't save enough, or why we have so much in savings but we're using credit cards. It could be any type of conversation like that, but you see what I mean. Like, you may have to defend your position. You also could be defending another, but putting the 7 of Candles Wands with the 10 of Candles Wands, the way that this card depicts it with a choice and changing things going forward, I really do think it's about looking back at how you did things in 2025 and how you want to do it going forward. And even though it's Wands, which is action and passion, it does show her balancing the books, so to speak. So I feel like it has to do with your money, your spending, your saving, and your investing, thinking about how to do it in 2026, how to do it better. And then you have the 2 of Gifts. This is the 2 of Pentacles. This is definitely a choice card. He's balancing all these gifts, and then he's got to choose how he's going to distribute them, right? And again, we saw choice in the first card out. Pentacles are your material world, your money, your investments. All this ties in, Pisces, with how are you going to give? How are you going to spend? How are you going to balance that out? Thank you, Spirit. That's lovely that that's coming together like that. Then you have Strength. This can be Leo energy. You could have a prominent Leo in your life, or you may have Leo in your birth chart prominently, maybe as your rising sign, Moon or Venus. So you may want to look at that. But this is number 8. 8s are mastery and infinity. So Strength, this card indicates kind of reserved strength, kind of holding back. You see how he's kind of taming the reindeer with some food and petting the reindeer. So this is kind of telling you, if it isn't Leo for you, it's telling you about having restraint. And this could definitely have to do with your spending and saving. It also could have to do with this Page of Good Cheer, Page of Cups, having restraint when you're getting together. It could say restraint on your alcohol intake, Pisces. It could be that. It's going to be different for each person watching, but you use your intuition, feel into this message and feel how it resonates for you. And then you have the Knight of Good Cheer, the Knight of Cups. So he's got a horse on his sweater. I love that. He's having a drink. He's sitting in the kitchen. Look, it's the same kitchen as the Page of Cups. Page of Cups, Knight of Cups, male, female, balance, right? So I just happened to notice that it was the same on the background. Now he's looking at, what is he looking at? It looks like a card, like a Valentine or something, doesn't it? It's a card with a heart on it, because the Knight of Cups often indicates romance, okay? So there could be some romance coming in, but you need to think about how you're going to approach it, right? You need to think about how you're going to have a conversation about it. Don't dive in and just go full force in with it, but really think about it. You also did have that little heart with the Cupid's arrow. So for some of you, I really think maybe new love or love is strengthened may come into play. All right. From the Magical Times Oracle deck, you have Destiny. Acknowledge your mission. Align with your purpose. You have gifts to share with the world. Wow. And those are dolphins. Dolphins are beautiful creatures. They love humans. They often protect humans. Okay. Your destiny awaits, Pisces. Acknowledge your mission. Align with your purpose. You have gifts to share with the world. As I was reading that, they were giving me a vision of somebody proposing. I don't know if this is you, but I could clearly see it's like this person is on a mission to do this perfectly right. They have a plan. They have the ring. They have the plan. Now, don't get caught up in if the plan doesn't go off perfectly. It will still be special no matter what. Somebody out there needs that message. I don't know who. All right. And then from the main Oracle deck, you have 11, master number. The 1 + 1 is 2. That's balance and choice. You've already seen choice twice in your tarot. So 11 energy is magical energy. Okay. So if you notice 11:11 on the clock, or you just see the numbers 11:11, pay attention. Okay. Good fortune related to past actions comes from out of the blue. All right. Remember how we said this 7 of candles, 7 of wands, had to do with past decisions? Also the 10. All right. So let's see. Good fortune related to past actions comes from out of the blue. A favor or kind word earns dividends for you. So this could be someone you have done a favor, or you have given somebody kind inspiration, and they are going to return the favor to you. They are going to return the reward to you. Wow, I love this, Pisces. It's beautiful. What a beautiful reading for mid to end of December that you have. I just love it. Thinking about how you can do things differently going forward. You have the Page of Cups and the Knight of Cups, good cheer, sitting in the same place, male and female, choice, balance, possibly new relationship. Love, love, love that for you. Alrighty, I will be back hopefully with a Christmas message, and then I'm going to do my best to get 2026 readings up for each sign, going month by month with a card pull with the energies of 2026. Until then, peace and kindness every single day. I love you all.